Hey guys, quick explanation because it's not so straightforward, I think. So first of all, it's hidden here in automation, ghost remove. Like as usual, you need to first select the account you want to work on. And now there's a general number of input fields here that determine how quickly and how far the program goes. First is this here. It will check for whatever number of posts you put in here for the. So if it's 50, it's the last 50 posts it will look for. And then anybody who's commented or liked on one of those posts will never be removed. They will not be excluded. So the first thing is the program runs through those last 50 posts or 100 posts or 200 posts, whatever you want, depends probably on how active the account is. And it will make a list, a white list of those users. And independently on what their profiles look like, what they're called, these will not be removed because they're engagers. It would be a pity to remove them. And after that, it will go, every 20 minutes or every hour into an action. And in that action, it will remove 20 users, up to 20 movers, because a lot of this is dependent on random numbers. And it will never remove all of them because you can, I mean, just for safety reasons, you can put in a hard stop here. Like it will always keep 10,000, for instance, or 2,000 or 50,000, whatever you want to. So whatever happens, it will never remove so all of them, but sort of will stop at a certain number if you want. And then here inside this green field, um, these are the sort of the fast filters. Um, if none of this is selected, like if you have nothing here and you have profile picture deactive and everything else is deactive or not filled out, like you currently, it's not true with the language filters here, but then it will basically remove all non-engagers. When the moment you put in a filter, it will remove only those that are true to the filter. So for instance, the most common one is to set profile picture to active. And the moment you set this, it will not remove all, but only those who don't have a profile picture. Or here, this is the maximum number of digits in username. If you say 3, then everybody who has more than 3 digits will be removed. Anybody else, the others, not. The blacklist is between the green and the purple here. And the reason for that is actually written down here. If you put names or even hashtags, for instance, sexy or pop or whatever you might want to put here, uh, if that appears in the username, then this user will be removed. If you have those filters active together, it means that if an account doesn't have a profile picture or has more than 3 digits in the username or has one of those blacklist words in the name, then it will be removed. If it has a profile picture, doesn't have numbers, and doesn't, according to the blacklist, it will not be removed. And again, just for a reminder, if they've ever commented or liked one of your posts here, they will not be removed anyway. You will always keep the engagers, okay? So the reason I call this fast filters and the reason the blacklist is in between is because this goes very, very fast. So if you just fill out these here, it will remove 20 per action. You could actually go up here to 30 or 40, and you will very quickly get rid of a lot of followers. The filters that are in purple require to open the profile. So we need to look at this user in detail to find out these informations here. And therefore it will get much slower, and there is a filter in there that checks so there's not too many API calls so that we don't get blocked. And if you have any of those filters down here filled out, as I currently have with the languages, I will show you that in a second. So if I wouldn't have that, if you have any of those, none of those filled out like it is currently, biography, deactive, this is 0, this is empty, then it goes very fast. The moment you fill this, like to say, okay, I want the user to have a biography, to have a text in the bio, then it needs to look into the user and then it gets slower. But the moment you do this blacklist here will also be used for the biography. So we will not only check the username, but we will also check whether there is like the word sexy or tit or so in the biography. And if they are, then again, the user gets thing. And then if once you go in there, I suggest to fill as many filters out as possible so that we can, because otherwise it gets slow. So you want to remove as many as possible per user that you look into. So in that case, I would sort of switch the biography to active. I would say, okay, I don't want anybody who has more than, let's say, 1,000 followings, because if you have more than 1,000 followings, then very likely these are not your friends that you check, but this is like an automated account or like the one of the typical slave accounts. And I want them to have a minimum number of, let's say, 9 posts, right? And you can also use the languages. So we will analyze the biography and see what kind of languages are there. And for instance, I want to keep followers that speak English. And again, you just like you type in the first few names of the language. This is British and American English. And I want to keep the followers that speak German. And for instance, I want to keep the followers that speak Japanese. Yeah, only keep them. And that would be a very good filter. So it would get through, it would be able to throw a lot of people out because either they have not enough posts or they have too many followers or they don't have a bio at all, or they have a bio in Indian, yeah, Hindu or something like that. And these filters will still be active. So if they have too many digits, then they will be anyway thrown out. Or if they have no profile picture, they will be anyway thrown out. Yeah. The language filter can also work the other way around if you prefer that. So if you select here, remove followers with one of these languages, then you want to use languages that you don't want to see. Like for instance, Arabic. Or you want to use Hindu. No, Hindu is called Indian, I think. Hindi. Okay. I didn't know how this is called exactly. You want to throw out people who speak Russian? To give a few examples. And then you would keep all the others. If somebody speaks, I don't know, Portuguese, he would be kept. Except, of course, if the other filters hit. So if they speak Portuguese, but they only have 3 posts, they will still be thrown out. Yeah, these are all additional filters. So whatever you have in the filters is OR. And if you have no filters, then everybody thrown out. And then the speed, very slow. This is like once per hour. Very fast is every 10 minutes. Fast is every, I think, 12 minutes or 15 minutes or something like that. Medium is every half hour. So try that. And you want to switch it to active. And you want to make a pause like always. That's the usual thing. And then save. And that's it. And again, as I said, in the beginning, if you look into the activities, you will see that in the beginning, it will just work through the 50 current posts of this account and will collect all the removers and followers, all the engagers, so all the commenters and likers, and to never throw those out. Once it has gone through those 50, in my case, those 50 posts, the 50 newest posts, it will not do that again. So it will basically, whatever gets posted afterwards will not be taken into account. If you want a total fresh start, you would need to clean the cookie of that account. So you would need to go into dashboard, accounts, and go in here, and can edit the usual thing and say only clear the cookies. That would then restart the whole process of checking the first 50 posts and then going again follower after follower after follower. Hope that's helpful and clear. If not, right.